Who's napkins over there? So, good evening and welcome to Tuesday Talks with the Conways.
I'm Courtney.
And I'm Chris. So Courtney was playing with this as a puffy paint that came with a craft kit for her daughter, and she's like, "It's not coming out." So she decided right before we went live, as the countdown was going, that she would squeeze it as hard as she could, and it exploded. And there's some on my hand, and there's some on the wall over there. So apologize about our
Not the smartest idea.
that we weren't composed and ready for this. I wasn't expecting her to shoot glue halfway across the room right when we were getting ready to go live. So welcome to Tuesday.
Hi.
So hi Shelly and Radina and all of other friends, Liddell on Instagram and my mother-in-law
Hi, Mommy.
on Facebook. So we're glad to have you all here. Glad we started off this live with at least laughter instead of frustration.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll never complain. I think this will be extra hilarious when we think about it later.
I just hope that comes off the wall.
Yeah, it's dripping down the wall. I don't want I don't want to go get it. So yes, Amy and Linda, thank you so much for joining us this evening. So today we're gonna have a really good topic, especially leading up to our holidays.
Also, thank you guys for joining us on Wednesday instead of Tuesday.
I forgot about
because I
that.
know sometimes it's hard to rearrange your schedules when you're used to doing it a certain night. So thank you guys.
Yes.
We took our daughter to see Christmas lights with some of her friends yesterday. So
Yes, in our area they have a botanical gardens where they have lots and lots and lots of lights set up.
I did like 13,000 steps walking around that thing. So.
Yes, well, not all there, but
Well, it was
yesterday.
like 6,000 or 7,000 of it was walking around there. So.
Yes, so it was really awesome. There was bubbles and fake snow and hot chocolate, even though it was kind of hot.
Yeah, I wore a sweatshirt thinking it was gonna be colder, and it was very warm.
Well, last year we went later in the season, and it was well into winter, and it was cold. It's still kind of teasing winter and going back and
70 degrees.
Yeah, so it's quite warm. But yes, we had a blast last night. So thank you so much for bearing with us.
Yes.
But we are here tonight, and then next week, barring any unforeseen circumstances, we'll be back at our regularly scheduled time block at on Tuesday night.
Yes.
But thanks, Courtney, for catching that last week.
Yes, I did. We almost forgot.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Courtney, if you want to introduce our topic.
Yes, tonight we're going to talk about when things don't go as expected, because with everything in life, weight loss or non-related to weight loss, things don't always go as expected.
And what can we do when things don't go unexpected? And what can we do to kind of minimize this impact and how to kind of recover from that? So we'll be talking about all those amazing things because, like she said, things don't always work out.
Yep.
Like having glue shoot across the river.
Yeah, like who knew that was going to happen? Not me. It really wasn't coming out, though.
I'm pretty sure, just for future reference, I think that it's sealed. Similar to like super glue, you have to pop it with something.
That would make sense. Anyways, so yes, things don't always go as expected. Things never 100% go as expected, whether it's weight loss, other events in life, and if it's not weight loss related and it's a different event, sometimes those things can still affect our health journey.
Because if you have kids or human beings or pets in your life, in odds are you have at least one of those. You'll experience some unexpected stuff happening in your life. So,
yes.
Or if you have all three, like us, humans and kids and pets, things really don't go. Or wives, things don't go expected sometimes.
And sometimes there's grief, stress, health struggles, or so many unexpected things that can happen. And it can cause our journeys to take a toll. Sometimes we need to take time for ourselves. Sometimes we do keep trying, but it just doesn't work out. There's so many different things that can happen. Sadly, life, as the saying goes, life happens. And sometimes it does cause your health journey to not go like you had planned.
Absolutely. Hi, Sherry. I'm glad to have you here. And speaking of, one of our good friends, Joy, is usually with us on this live, and she's having a rough day. So she's taken the time she needs to make sure that she gets back, gets settled and get everything. So our thoughts are with Joy. So glad to have you all here with us, though. So as we go through some of this stuff also can be good things. And so that can also throw things out of whack and get things out of sorts. Shelly mentioned on Facebook that I'm going to be in the doghouse for adding the whiteboard. I only add that because she shot glue across the room 10 seconds
He's
before
not
we
gonna
went
let me
live.
live that down.
No, that's gonna be that. I mean, it's hilarious. But I'm not gonna let you live that down. Um, so yes, I don't think I'll be in the doghouse. I think it's fun. But yes, you could be in the doghouse. As she mouths, maybe. Um, but yes, so some of those things can also be good things,
Hmm.
which can throw you off balance and things like that.
Yes.
Take tomorrow, for example. We're going on a date. Tomorrow is the anniversary of when you first got into a relationship. So we'll have been in a relationship tomorrow for a whole 10 years.
Yep.
So a pretty big moment. Um, looking for
Hi, Joy. We're so glad you're here.
Yes, so glad you are. She's having a rough day, but she's pushing through, and she's making health a priority, and also friendship, which I'm really greatly appreciate
Mhm.
her joining us here today. So yes,
But tomorrow night we're having a big date night.
yes.
And
So
so that is a good, sorry, I totally took over what you were
no,
saying.
absolutely.
That is a good event. That's a good something, but I'm not going to be able to be on plan 100%. I'm going to enjoy myself. We're also going to the movies. Yay. And I'm going to have popcorn. I do not go to the movies and not have popcorn. It's just one of those things. If I went to the movies like every day or once a week, I probably would not have popcorn
Oh,
every
yeah,
time. But we don't go very often, so I'm
maybe
gonna
two, three
have
times a
the
year.
popcorn. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the popcorn. So like that is an unexpected thing that's just kind of been thrown in there, and it could cause some issues with my health journey. It could cause not my health journey, but like the scale might go up
Hmm.
temporarily. So like just sometimes good events, birthdays, graduations, celebrations, those kind of things can also cause unexpected things to happen.
Hmm. Absolutely. But the important thing is, like tomorrow, our dinner and popcorn is going to be a little over plan, but the important thing is to not let that be a permanent setback and not let that derail us completely. Because it's very easy, we've done this before in the past. We're going on a vacation. We know we take a break from our healthy or lifestyle when we're on vacation, but that can have a tendency to help to make us spiral.
Mhm.
So that's going to be one of the big things is if you have an unexpected event or even expected and planned, to not let that let you spiral.
Yes, because the thing is, you're always going to have an idea of how you expect or how you want something to go. Whether it be like this week, I'm going to lose 2 pounds, or in the next year, I'm going to lose 60 pounds, or I'm going to be down 100 pounds in 2 years. Whatever that is, you always set up these expectations in your head,
Hmm.
and they don't always. Honestly, it's rare that those actually go how you planned.
Hmm.
Um, like us, for instance, if you would have told me, when we started our health journey 5 years ago, that we would I hate to use the word only, but back then it would feel like only that we would only be down 100 pounds in
Hmm.
5 years. I would honestly be a little upset. I would have expected to already be at goal by now.
Hmm.
But life happens, and I'm still proud of the 100 pounds
Oh
I've
yes.
lost. And even if it averages out to about 20 pounds a year, and this year I started the year out saying I'm going to lose 5 pounds a month. I'm going to be down, 50 pounds because the last 2 months I maintain. I'm going to be down 50 pounds this year, and I'm down 20, 25 ish.
Hmm.
But 20 to 25 pounds is still great. So sometimes you have to look at the big picture. And even if it didn't go how you expected, you're still typically further than you were.
And regardless, like those 2 years that we kind of plateaued, we still kept up our healthier lifestyle. We still maintain, which is not easy to do. So you got to take those for what they are. They are wins, even though you wish they could be things a little bit different. Yes. Hey, Devin, glad to have
Yes,
you
hi
here.
Devin. And sometimes, and I hate saying this because it kind of sounds harsh, but sometimes we need to lower our expectations.
A little bit, yes.
Because sometimes they're just too high and they're not realistic. Sometimes we need to have some realistic expectations. Like honestly, losing 5 pounds a month, like that is doable. It
Hmm.
is. But is it
It's quite difficult.
realistic for
Yes.
things that I have going on in my life?
Hmm.
Um, and it's not.
Hmm.
So sometimes we need to lower our expectations. And I'm not saying to just not have, like
It's
faith in
important. It's
yourself
important to
or
have those expectations.
yes. And sometimes I mean, sometimes we also have to fix our mental state because like with me losing 100 pounds and it took 5 years, I lost 100 pounds. I don't care that it took 5 years, but 5 years ago, I would have been really upset if you would have told me it would take me 5 years to lose those 100 pounds. So sometimes it also takes just fixing your mental state as well.
Mhm. And Angie asked on Facebook how we picked the right plan, and the really kind of depends. We picked one that we liked the most, and then we stuck with it for a little while. And we've done a multi-part series on the plans and kind of gave the pros and cons of all the plans. But we do recommend that you stay on that plan for a couple weeks just to give yourself time to adjust
At
to it,
least, if
to
not a
get
month.
used to it, to learn the new rules to the plan. And then if it doesn't quite work for you, then you can shift to another one.
Yes. And like Shelly mentioned, I was actually going to mention this. There's also a survey that you can take that will tell you which one probably works best for you because they're all catered to different ones. Like there's zero bite foods and things of that nature. They're catered for different people for like what you prefer,
Mhm.
what you
If
like.
you have insulin
If you
resistance or you're
yes.
diabetic, there's a carb conscious one. So there's definitely different ones for different needs.
Mhm.
But there is a plan. But we do recommend picking one and staying on it for probably a month is probably
Mhm.
the minimum, just to give yourself a chance to learn
Yes.
what the rules are, get used to the foods. And each plan has a goal, which we go in if you wanted to go back into our multi-series on, but each one has a focus, like focusing on carbs and focusing on protein. So you want to get used to those goals and those focuses there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sorry, we're scrolling up on our notes. Yes, like I mentioned earlier, sometimes you do need to lower your expectations, and sometimes it does take some mental checks to do that because sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes it's hard to be like, "Well, I know I can do this, but I'm going to do this."
Hmm.
Because you can lose 5 pounds a month, but is it realistic to expect 5 pounds? Like there were
Hmm.
months that I lost 7 to 10 pounds. There are
Hmm.
also months that I gained 2 or 3 pounds,
Hmm.
and that some of those months I did try, like I did work, I did the things, and I
Hmm.
still gained. Bodies are crazy.
They are, and also when she's talking about what's realistic, 5 pounds for me a month is realistic, but that's me not giving into anything, me being
No
100%
treats.
consistent, no treats, no cheats, really super active. And for me, doing that consistently a little bit too long is very tiresome. So be careful on how much wear and tear you put on your body, and don't let yourself get too worn out. So do that for a month. See if you can lose the 5 pounds, but then kind of take it down a notch a little bit and slow down a little bit, kind of let your body recover, rest a little bit, maybe maintain that month or just lose 1 or 2 pounds and then go back to going a little harder and then trying for those 5 pounds. But it's definitely, it can be tiring. And that's also when we can have a tendency to spiral when
Mhm.
when we're just tired. I just want to, I just mentally kind of exhausted, physically exhausted. I'm doing all this work, but not seeing as much progress. You're more likely to go completely off and spiral and
Or
go
just
off the
give
deep
up.
end or
Mhm.
give up. And thankfully, we've not given up. But it's important to stay on track as much as possible.
Yes. And like Ladell says on Instagram, she says, I have to take it one day at a time and not look too far ahead, making a change to be healthy and take care of me. Yes. Sometimes you have to make those short-term goals because those short-term goals are easier
Mm-hmm.
to meet and to where your expectations are not too terribly high. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you need those short-term goals, whether it's, today I'm gonna, eat no sweets, or today I'm gonna have my water goal today, like
Mm-hmm.
taking it a day at a time really, really does help. It can help you get into the mental mindset that you need.
And I've even mentioned this to Courtney and I believe to you all before, that sometimes it is frustrating with the slow pace of the loss. But I've mentioned it multiple times. My body now, even if I don't lose any more weight, don't get close to my goal weight, my body now is still much healthier than it was when
Hmm.
I first started this program. My cardiovascular system is stronger. I can go up the stairs even with this extra weight a lot quicker without losing my breath. I'm still a lot healthier. Granted, there are some more health risks that I can lower by continuing, but as long as I don't backslide and completely gain it all back, I'm still, even if I stay this weight, much healthier than I was when I was at
Hmm.
my highest. So that's also sometimes you have to think about, and that's what makes me less frustrated with our 2 year plateau. And on top of the fact that we are no longer on the plateau anymore, but I still was healthy and
Mhm.
not gaining it all back.
Yes, absolutely. And one thing when things don't go as you expected, the main thing is to don't let it get you down. It really happens to everyone, whether it's health related or not.
Mhm,
It happens to everyone. Life is gonna just take you by surprise.
mhm,
Um, and it might be a big thing, it might be a small thing, but something's gonna happen to everyone that you just don't see coming. That
mhm,
did not go the way that you expected it. And don't let it lead you down this spiral
mhm,
where you binge or where you just don't care anymore, or where you give up. Um, because I keep saying um, but I said it again. But seriously, I'm trying not to say it so much. But seriously, don't let those unexpected moments keep you from losing more
mhm,
or losing those jean sizes or just being happy, because sometimes when things don't go as expected, we are just so down in the dumps and upset, and just don't let it take your joy.
mhm. And when, you feel like you're getting into the area, talk to someone, talk to one of your friends, any one of us on here. um, um, all of the people that are in the healthy community are super supportive.
Yes.
If you feel like you're spiraling or you're losing hope or you're struggling, just reach out to someone, and
Mhm.
odds are they probably have gone through something similarly, or they could be going through that same thing, and you can lift each other up. And just make sure that you or stay proactive about telling somebody about your struggles so that they can help you out.
Yeah, it's because sometimes you just need to see that you're not alone. Sometimes you need to talk to someone and be like, "Oh my goodness, I'm going through that too," or "Oh
Mhm.
my goodness, the scale's not moving for me either," or "Oh my goodness, I gained 20 pounds too." Whatever it is. Sometimes you just need to talk to someone and let them show you that you're not alone, because sometimes we just
Mhm.
feel like we're alone in things when we're not.
Mhm. Like, I remember a couple weeks ago, I was struggling and didn't really wanna go to the gym, and I told Joy I didn't really feel like going to the gym, and she gave me encouragement. "You can do this. Go ahead and get it out of the way. You'll be happy afterwards." And it was after we
Mhm.
went to the gym, even though I didn't really wanna go, it was a really good workout. It was very productive, and, I let Joy know that it was very, very helpful, her encouragement. So have someone in your corner to give you that encouragement and help push you through when you're struggling.
Yes. And when things are not going as expected, or, like I keep mentioning the weight or the sizes or, whatever it is,
Mhm.
sometimes you're just going to need to switch things up. That's
Mhm.
what we mentioned earlier about the plans, how you just give it some time, give it 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever you want to do. If it's not working, switch it up. If it's not meeting those expectations, if you're not meeting those expectations, sometimes you just need to switch things up and
Mhm.
change things up. And that really does help.
Like at the gym, we've been primarily doing strength training and cardio on the treadmill. But the other day, Courtney was like, "I'm going to get on the elliptical," and we were
I
only on it for ten
regretted it
minutes.
immensely.
We were only on it for 10 minutes. We hadn't been on the elliptical in a very long time, but it worked out different types of muscles,
Mhm.
and it got the heart rate up. And so that kind of is an indication that we need to switch things up at the gym a little
Yeah.
bit, because our bodies get used to the
Because the
treadmill.
treadmill's gotten so easy for us, and,
Mhm.
like, sometimes you just gotta push yourself. When it comes to exercising, sadly, it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be something you enjoy, but it's not
Mhm.
supposed to be easy.
Mhm. So we're probably gonna have to switch it up and start getting on on the elliptical, and when that gets easy, we can switch to something else.
Mhm.
I haven't
Just
done
not the
I was
Stairmaster for
getting ready to
me.
mention that I haven't done the Stairmaster in ages, and that might be something I need to tackle
I
too.
can only do about 2 minutes, and then my knees are killing me.
I got up to a point where I could be on the Stairmaster for about 45 minutes. Granted, if I try to do that now because it's been so long, I probably would pass out after like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Linda, I didn't like the elliptical very much
You
either.
didn't.
But I did try. Our gym has something that's called the arc trainer, and that's a very similar motion, but it's in a reverse, so it's not as hard on the knees. It's a little bit more like skiing. It still has some of the rotation, but the arc trainers are a little bit more gentler on
Mhm.
your knees, especially if you have bad knees like me. So that might be something that you might need to try. Joy mentioned that she's still struggling, but her heart told her that she needed to be here tonight, and having friends in her corner is what she needs, and that's
Yes, we
absolutely.
are here for you, always.
Absolutely. We're here for you. You're here for us. We're here for everyone else, and everyone else is here for us. So we're glad you did make it,
Mhm.
even though you're having a rough time. But
Yes.
that's what we're here for. We're definitely here to help lighten the load, shoulder along with you.
Mhm.
Yes, so I'm glad you're getting a
Thank
lot out of this
you.
talk. makes things more happy for us to
Yeah.
know that it's meaningful for you.
Yes. Another thing when life does not go as expected is sometimes you just need to give yourself a break.
Hmm.
And this does not just pertain to health. It also pertains to your
Hmm.
mental health, just things in life in general. Sometimes, people drive you crazy. Sometimes you need a break from them.
Hmm.
Like those relationships didn't go as expected.
Hmm.
You need a break. Your weight loss plan didn't go as expected. Sometimes you need to take a break. I'm not talking about give yourself like 5-year
No,
break. Give yourself just a week or so. Like sometimes
and
I
not go
have to
way
take.
off, but just
Mhm. But sometimes I have to take a week or so off from tracking. And then I get back into it and I get back to where I'm loving it and I feel good again. And like sometimes I told myself this the other day. Sometimes I have to remind myself of how awful I felt
hmm.
eating all the foods I ate before to feel great again. Like this weekend, I ate so much junk and I felt awful. And Sunday and Monday, I got it together. And by Tuesday, by yesterday, I felt incredible. And so I had to basically remind myself, this is how you feel.
When you're not eating right.
Yes. And so sometimes you need to take a break to remind yourself of those things.
And it's a really big eye-opening situation. Those few days of not eating well makes us feel so bad. Makes me wonder, we were always feeling that bad.
But we didn't notice.
Yeah,
Like I feel sluggish. I feel moody. I'm never moody though. Don't
never,
worry.
ever.
But like I felt awful. And that's why Sunday, because normally I'm one of those wait till Monday people. I was like, I'm not waiting till Monday. I'm starting
Mm-mm.
on Sunday because like I felt awful.
Mhm. Absolutely. So make sure you give yourself a break. And we've already also talked about this a little bit. Talking to others is a huge, huge impact, and never discount the amount that people can help you.
Yes, because sometimes it just helps to get your thoughts out there.
Hmm.
Because sometimes like I'll be talking to Chris and my brain is a hot mess sometimes,
Hmm.
and I just need to talk it out. And sometimes just talking it out really does help.
Hmm.
It helps with your mental clarity. It just helps with a lot. So sometimes just talking to someone and
Hmm.
talking it out, even if you just need somebody to listen and not talk back,
Hmm.
just talking it out sometimes does help.
Yeah, and just getting out loud. I had a rough moment at work today, and I called up one of my coworkers and just let him know what I was feeling, I was thinking, and what I was feeling, and then he was able to provide some kind of sound, logical responses, and it really helped me kind of understand things. So having someone to talk to and have responses, get an outside perspective, because sometimes it's hard to see what the next step is going to be or how to get out
Mhm.
of this rut from where you're currently sitting. If you're at the bottom of a hole, it's going to be hard to see how difficult it can be out. But if somebody that's on the outside looking down, hey, look, just stand on your tippy toes, and that's all you have to do to get out. And that provides a huge
Mhm.
perspective to help you get out of that rut or whatever
Yeah.
you're in. So yes, that's how important other people are.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about the recipe. Let me go ahead and pull the recipe back up for you so that we can get all the stuff. And then I'll pull it up for our friends so they can see it online. And I'll let Courtney introduce this
Yes.
recipe.
This is chicken and rice. I love any format of chicken and rice. We actually just had a different chicken and rice the other day, but now I'm gonna have to add this to our list. Um, but you need 2 cups of jasmine rice, um, a container of
It looks like a can of canned chicken.
yes, that's actually I think it's a typo that I didn't catch until now. That's supposed to be a pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast. Um, and then a can of cream of mushroom soup, a can of cream of chicken soup, 10 ounces of water, and you can just fill up the one of the cans and get
Mhm.
all that the rest of that goodness out of there. And then a pouch of onion soup mix. Mix together the uncooked rice, the can of soup, and the water and add it to a greased 9 by 13-inch dish. Place the chicken breast on top of the rice mixture and sprinkle the chicken with the soup mix. Cover tightly with foil and cook for an hour and a half at 350 or until chicken is cooked through.
Lodell mentions on Instagram that she made the brownie from last week and it was delicious.
I'm so glad.
Yes, it was a really good one. Really easy too.
Yes. But this will probably have more protein once it gets the correct protein, or I mean chicken. But this right here has 19.5 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, 26.4 carbs, between 5 and 6 bites, and 238 calories.
Mhm. It's quite delicious. Like, and we've made different versions of this and customizable with different seasonings and whatnot. You can make a Hispanic version with salsa. instead of some of the other items. So
Mhm.
it's quite delicious.
Yes.
All right, so that was our recipe for this week. We really, really, really enjoy doing these podcasts, and I love how interactive they are. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment on them. If you have a topic that you like us to do, I usually we there's a week or two during the holidays that we take a break, so we're not sure which ones
Yeah.
those are going to be. As of right now, we still plan on being here next Thursday. So we will see you next Thursday, but don't be surprised if there is a break coming up in the near future, or if one of the other coaches steps in
Mhm.
and gives their podcast as well.
Yes, but with the holidays being closer to the weekend, who knows? We might just decide to do the Tuesdays. We'll see.
Hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday night. I almost said Tuesday because that's not typical, but we will be back next Tuesday, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the
Yes.
week. Bye.
Thanks.